This includes utilizing our significant issue is.
As KEPSA, Kenya Private Sector Alliance, we've been actively fostering strong economic and trade relations between Kenya and Japan over the years. And I'll mention two. We played a key role in planning and hosting of the 6th Tokyo International Conference on Africa Development, TICAD 6. For those who joined us then, I remember Toyoto Susho was right there, in 2016 under the theme, Advancing Africa Development Agenda. TICAD, Partnership for Prosperity. It was the first TICAD to be ever held out of Japan and into African countries. And the reason why I mention this is because out of the 73 MOUs that were signed then, approximately 1/3 were related to Kenya. And before that, we had about 80 to 89 businesses in 2016. By 2020, after TICAD, we had reached, before that, in 2016, we had about 52 companies in Kenya of Japan. But after that, after TICAD, in 2020, we had hit 89 companies. And as today you've heard, we've hit 114 companies. After this visit, Mr. President, I look forward to us standing here again or in Kenya and talking of double this number in terms of investments in Kenya and both in Japan.
Kenya already boasts a renewable energy ratio as high as 93%. However, to achieve carbon neutrality, it is crucial to not only further enhance generation of renewable energy, but also to construct the entire cycle of distribution, storage, and utilization, so-called the green energy value chain. So toward establishing this green energy value chain, yesterday, in the presence of His Excellency President Ruto and relevant secretaries, Toyota Tsusho concluded collaboration agreement with the Kenya government to embark on new initiatives. Today,
why you have to invest in Kenya is that it is a hub and entry for Africa. And as the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce, we are currently the chair of the Great Lakes region. It's a group of 12 countries in the East African and Central region, where you can use this network to be able to get your products through the rest of Africa. As you're aware, that Africa is the remaining and the largest developing market, just like Asia last 20 years. And we invite you to this big opportunity to be able to collaborate with over 1,900 large companies in Kenya and over 50,000 small and medium enterprises that do international businesses within Africa.
Kenya is renowned for a vibrant democracy in Africa, and for our purposes today, Kenya has very strong relations with Japan that support investments and business. And number 4, a logistics hub. We have seen, even from other presenters, very accessible with airports. We have ports of entry. We are home to green data centers, among others. And we have seen a presentation about the M-Pesa, a mobile money transfer platform that has enabled global money transfers. We also say your investment is safe in Kenya, constitutional protection of property, non-discrimination of investors, whether domestic or foreign, 100 repatriation of profits and interest is allowed. We have a good dispute resolution, a dynamic center for international arbitration. And then Kenya is the leader in green transition. We have a strong green agenda. 93% of electricity produced in Kenya is green. And during the COP 28, Kenya launched the Africa Green Industrialization Initiative as a champion, and therein lies a lot of green opportunities.
And over the years, we've worked together in various fields, and our bilateral relationship has been, I'm happy to say, closer than ever. And one of the key words to describe Japan's cooperation with Kenya, with considerable ego, I must say, is quality. Give the Okaria geothermal power plant, for example. Japan has been supporting this plant, and this plant has been providing electricity to the people of Kenya for almost 40 years without a single breakdown. And another key word is investing in people. For example, at Okaria, we not only built the plant, but also trained Kenyan engineers in sustainable maintenance and management. And in addition to this, the Abe initiative, which trains young people, has been training some 200 young Kenyans over the years. And I should point out that this is the highest number in African countries. And I believe our partnership has reached an even higher level in recent years. And Mombasa, of course, starting with the construction of an international airport and bridges in the 1970s, we've been working on providing high-quality infrastructure project, especially in Mombasa Port. However, the importance of this port goes beyond the economic aspect. It's now a prime example of the free and open Indo-Pacific vision that both countries are pursuing together, and a symbol of the two countries as partners who share fundamental values such as the rule of law and democracy. And based on our 60 years of cooperation, the government of Japan will continue to work closely with Kenya, an important like-minded country, to further develop this relationship, including in the business sector.
Kenya is a country that respects the rule of law. The institutions in Kenya work. People and institutions also and companies do not hesitate to take the Kenya government to court. That is how strong our judicial system has become. And in the process, the government follows the due process and responds to any issues that require judicial arbitration. So we are a country that respects the rule of law.
The biggest debate we have today in the world, the biggest conversation we have today in the world is a conversation about climate change. What floods are doing to our world, drought, and everything in between. And it was brought about by energy. Energy is what brought us to the precipice where we are today. And again, energy is going to take us out of this challenge. Fortunately, we have the largest reserves of renewable energy in our continent, in Kenya. And the best people to ask about our renewable energy reserves are the Japanese. They know it. They've been to Kenya. In fact, the Japanese are the ones who are helping us to unlock our potential of geothermal energy, wind energy, solar energy. And in fact, by way of testimony, yesterday, with the Toyota, we were signing their investment in geothermal renewable energy in Menengai, in Kenya, we were signing for wind energy in a place called Meru in Kenya, and we were signing for solar energy in a place called Isiolo in Kenya. So if you are looking for a place to find renewable energy, ask the good people from Japan. They will tell you it's found in Kenya. The median age in Africa is about 20. And for example, in Kenya, we are investing $5 billion every year in the education, training of those young people. The workforce of the future is in our continent. The workforce of the future, the people who will work in your corporations, in your companies. If you're looking for talented, innovative, skilled, professional labor force, you start in Kenya. That is where your labor force will be.